Hello and happy Thanksgiving. I am going to show you how I do hydroponics, and there is a lot of ways to do it. Um, Basically, the things to know are common sense. Obviously, plants need sunlight and water and nutrients and oxygen are the four things they need to grow. So, instead of growing them in dirt for their nutrients, which there's nothing wrong with, I chose to grow these tomatoes hydroponically because of the benefits of them growing faster and hopefully having a bigger yield, which didn't work out for me this time. So I'm going to have to mess with a few things, maybe the strain of seeds, tomato seeds that I use, or the nutrients maybe, or how much nutrients I add. But the way I do it, and there's lots of ways to do this, is to use 5-gallon buckets. There's other ways to do it. There's hundreds and hundreds of ways to do this, but this is probably one of the easiest, so this is what I'm going to show you. So you'll need a 5-gallon bucket. Let's see, and you want it to be a very dark color. So if you get like a Home Depot bucket or something like that, then you're going to want to spray paint it black or a darker color, or you could buy a black bucket, but you don't want any sunlight getting to the roots. Next, you'll need a let's see, some air line. Let's see if I can. Like this, and a air pump for fish, for a fish tank, like this here, and a stone that hooks, that has a nipple that you can hook the other end of the line into, that will make the water bubble and provide more smaller oxygen bubbles instead of large oxygen bubbles to the roots. And the last thing to get, which is probably the hardest to get, not that it's hard to get, is called a net pot, and you can get them off of Amazon, and they come in all different sizes. This one is for a 5-gallon bucket. Looks just like this. It's plastic. It fits on top of the bucket, and the part where the plant sits in is the part that the plant sits in has these holes in it so that water and oxygen can get to the roots, and also so you could put some sort of medium in here. I use these clay balls. Like that right there. You can pick those up at Home Depot or Amazon or pretty much anywhere. And that is what the plant sits in. I'll fill the 5-gallon bucket with water, about 5/8 to 7/8 of the way full, almost all the way full. And I will add nutrients. I got this one at Home Depot. It's kelp food, and it's really good for tomatoes because it's high in potassium and lower in nitrogen. And too much nitrogen, and you won't be able to produce very much fruit. Which is what I originally thought was my problem, but I think I'm starting to get some tomatoes now. So this is pure kelp plant food. Like I said, I got it at Home Depot. There's others you can get from other places, any hydroponic shop, gardening stores, and of course Amazon and other places online. There's tons of other places to get it. Another thing I didn't show you, some net pots will come with this, some will not. It's no big deal. You might have to drill a hole in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Like that, which is where the air line goes through. Basically, after that, all there is to it is to germinate your seeds and get basically a small plant going. It's usually best to do this in dirt. I used a regular peat pot with some potting soil and planted them. And once they started to grow, I cut the peat pot off and shook as much dirt off as I could. Filled the net pot with those clay balls. There's other mediums you could use. There's I think some people use coconut grass and several different things. Basically its whole job is to hold your plant in place, so the leaves can get sunlight and so the roots can get nutrients. Now I'm going to open my tomato plant and show you the inside of it. The roots have gone, actually I'm going to open my pepper plant first and show you the inside of it because the roots haven't gone quite as crazy with those yet, but they're getting there, so let's see what we got. As you can see, there's a couple small roots coming off there. I don't know if there's too much sunlight to tell or not in the picture. And these are growing in a Home Depot bucket that I spray painted. I didn't have a black bucket for it. And the tomato plants right here behind me are doing really well, and I'm actually starting to get several flowers on them, and I think I'm going to have tomatoes here pretty soon. They've been going for a couple weeks longer than the peppers, and they really took off. And I'm going to open the bucket here and let you look inside and see how the roots are doing in here. I'm trying to put the camera where you can see them. These roots have really taken to this. Okay. Hopefully you were able to see that. Okay, so after looking at that video, I realized that you weren't able to get a very good look at the medium that I use. These clay ball things. So I'm going to show you one more time real quick what they look like. There we go. Just like that. They're not expensive, pretty cheap, and they work really well. And the plants seem to like it okay, so that's my video on hydroponics. I hope you guys liked it, and happy Thanksgiving. I love you guys, and can't wait to see you soon. Bye.